To be honest with you, I would rather be the girl everyone asks, why is she single, than the girl everyone thinks can do better.
There is no cure. There is no remedy for the ick. Once I get the ick, it's done for you, babes. I don't even see you anymore. The ick is all I see. Like, and it's not even your fault. It's just that little.
There are a lot of women actually that are missing out on opportunities to meet good men. Those men that they're asking for, where are the good men at because of the ick? They are missing out on that and they hit the wall.
A lot of girls, once they start pushing that 30 mark, they're like, okay, I gotta lower my standards a little bit because it's not working out.
Well, because we have that pressure of time and
Right.
eggs, and I feel like society does a really good job of
reminding
us of
It's not society, it's the war.
that
Yeah.
timeline.
Like always a bridesmaid, never
Yeah,
a bride.
Right,
There's
and
movies
like
about that.
once you hit 30, your eggs start shriveling.
I'm in my mid-20s. Of course I'm living my best life.
Are you currently dating someone right now?
Actually, I'm not. Like, I downloaded some dating apps.
I'm 30 years old, have no kids, and just got my tubes tied.
So, what's the name of your doctor?
I don't like 50-50. I don't do coffee dates. I don't care how much money I ever make. I still want my man to pay for everything. He should pick me up. He should drop me off. He should buy me Ubers. In exchange, he gets to not embarrass me and breathe my air. I think it's pretty fair. I think we're even Stevens. Otherwise, I don't need a man just to have a man. This is for me. For the guys who are mad, though, cry about it.
Oh, we'll see if that's gonna happen with this soft guy era that's happening. Drizzle.
Hey, listen, fellas. We done with the whole masculine provider male era. We're in our soft guy era, okay? Drizzle. Listen, you need to hold out and make that woman wait until she shows you that she's capable.
Have you ever been in love?
I've never been in love before. I've actually never been in a relationship. I think that as soon as someone starts liking me, I mentally can't accept it, so I kind of just run away. I just get like a very strong physical ick if someone expresses like that they're into me. I like them until they like me. Yeah.
Do you think there's like a bit of fear around closeness with someone?
I think so. I think maybe I just get freaked out with the concept of attachment to someone. I grew up in Norway with my mom, and my dad lived in France. They actually were never married, but they were never together. So I don't know, maybe I've had like a weird perspective on the idea of family.
Did you ever have a bond with your dad?
I did. He would come visit me in Norway, and he's always been very sweet. But you know, growing up without a dad still kind of has an effect. Even though he tried to be there, he wasn't there physically. So
If you like someone who is usually distant, is it similar to how you loved your dad or how he loved you back?
yeah, probably. yeah. That's probably it. I haven't thought about it that way, but that would make sense. Yeah.
You know what? Put me back in the kitchen. Grab me by my apron, respectfully, and put me back in the kitchen. Because equal pay, sure.
No, you have to go work. Drizzle. You have to go work and make the money for us. I'll be at home playing games.
Cook, man. It's done. Finish. Finito. It's over, bro.
Yeah, sure. Yeah, down. They didn't tell us, women, you can finally have a credit card, but you're gonna have to change your own tire. But you're gonna have to be an entrepreneur. But you're gonna have to learn to pay your taxes. No. Let me bake a nice goddamn sourdough. Because men used to build buildings, and now what are they? No. I didn't do equal pay for. No. I spent the last 6 years single. Now I'm in a relationship and it's weird. Not used to it yet, but that's irrelevant. Let me tell you the biggest lesson I learned being single that long. Whether you like it or not, your standards are going to absolutely skyrocket. For a long period of time, it's probably going to feel like you're never going to find anyone. Whatever you do, please do not tell yourself that. Having high standards is a sign that you are comfortable and okay being alone and that you can provide happiness for yourself. So don't tell yourself you're never going to find anyone. By doing that, you're just going to manifest loneliness your whole life. Start telling yourself that when your person does come along, they're going to be 10 times greater than you could have ever imagined.
Office
8 a.m.
hours,
Monday,
back.
she yours.
She yours at 8 a.m.
This weekend, I love her.
I'm 44 years old. I don't need some 20-something-year-old girl telling me what I'm doing wrong.
Chose to go ahead and date like a 28-year-old as a 44-year-old. And then for you, just like use age to play a part when you guys should be equals.
Depends when women hit the wall and the only men that are approaching them are guys in their 20s. And now when those guys call them out or like try to hold them accountable for their actions, and then they get upset like, you're younger than me, you can't be telling me what to do. In the first place, the older guys couldn't be with these women because of the same problem.
I am 30 years old and I have been single for over 12 years, so never had a real adult relationship. And I wanted to talk about something that might ring true for some people that are in the same position as me, that is from time to time feeling a bit lonely. And it's like one of those real shameful and embarrassing things to admit, I feel like, when someone asks if you're lonely. It's not something you want to admit to, because you want people to believe that you're happy and you're not worried about that sort of ever looming possibility of being on your own forever, you know. And I know it's 30 is still really young, I know that, but
No, it's not young. When you talk of relationships and marriage and all that, when you hit 30, you've hit the wall. The chances of you getting married, they like significantly drop from 90% to 10%. That's how serious it is, so you can't say it's young.
When everyone around you is getting married, having babies, getting engaged, you know, moving in with partners and stuff, it can feel a bit overwhelming. And to be honest, most of the time I'm pretty good. Like, I don't sit on the feeling too much. It's only when it comes around the weekend, and luckily I have friends that their life isn't kind of revolving around their partners and their relationships. They actually want to do stuff with their friends. Luckily I have friends like that, so I don't ever feel alone, and have no plans to do anything at the weekends because they're off doing stuff with their partners. However, especially now we're in the winter and we're coming up to Christmas, it's that time of year where couples seem to show off a bit, maybe. Not show off, but they seem to be more apparent and more people getting into relationships than you noticed before. And that's what they call it, the cuffing season, I suppose. But just wanted to share my thoughts that I always try and keep myself busy over the weekends. I try and make plans, see my friends, see my family. I'm more open to the prospect of meeting someone now, whereas before I was like very shut off from the idea. And I think maybe it's like some subconscious way of being shut off, then you don't get hurt and you don't get rejected. So you reject them first, sort of situation. So maybe it's that. But yeah, I just wanted to share this, and for anyone that's feeling the same, know that you're not alone, and we can stick together.
Ladies, a lot of y'all are wondering why you're single. You're asking yourself that question. You're sitting at home alone and you're thinking to yourself, I'm a great person. I have a lot to offer. Why am I still single? Well, I have that answer. You just gotta listen. Are you listening? Okay. You're pricing yourself way out of the market. But what do I mean? I've been paying attention. A lot of ladies have been going online and putting up a list of how much it costs to maintain their beauty, their hair, their nails, their outfits, their makeup. The list goes on. But these women are posting this information as if a man is going to see these numbers and say, you know what, I can afford this extra $2,000 a month so that I can be in your presence. Like, you're upset because men want to know what you have to offer, what you bring to the table, and all you're doing is handing him a bill. I think that's crazy. Make it make sense.
If you're single and feeling lonely because all your friends are in relationships or married, I want you to actually just like sit with the emotion of loneliness instead of running away from it just for a few minutes. Because how often have you actually sat with the emotion of loneliness without distracting yourself by scrolling through social media or watching Netflix or texting a friend or just going to the gym, like literally just sitting in it, not trying to resist it and feel better automatically. Loneliness is a very uncomfortable emotion, especially when you feel like everybody else around you in your circle is not lonely because they have a partner. But emotions are messengers and they're also meant to be felt. So if you push down the emotion, it's just gonna pop back up like a damn whack-a-mole. So instead of pushing it down, lay down, put your hand over your heart and just feel it. Let the emotion rise up. Tell yourself, I'm feeling lonely. And this sucks. Be really honest with yourself and sit there at least for a few minutes and then allow yourself to get up and move forward.